sometimes something so crazy happens that you're like, no way, this is just a coincidence. Well, this is one of those stories. I saw my future 5 years ago in a fictional animation TV series on Netflix. What? You mean? Yeah, this is that story. Well, I'm gonna explain it to you. Not only do you get to hear the story, but because I know you're a brain rot, non-trust fund, non-6'5", non-blue eyes Gen Z, probably. Here's also an illustration I'm doing. So not only do you get a story, but also a visual. You're welcome. Sit down, relax, and let's get started with the video. So a little backstory to me, right? My name is Celine, I'm 22 years old, and most of my life I've lived in Germany. And so I also went to university here. And I was so bored of Germany. I was like, damn, I need to go somewhere else. I was very interested in anime and in K-pop. If you actually scroll down my videos, you're gonna see that a bunch of them are just gonna be like drawings of anime and K-pop. I was always interested in Japan and Korea. I really like those places and I really wanted to go, you know, like for most anime otaku, whatever people, going to Japan is like the dream, right? So my university has an exchange program where you can go to like a foreign country and someone else comes here, right? You need to put in like, I think up to 10 places or like 8 or 9 or something of universities where you would like to go. And so you apply. So I applied to like in the category of Asia. I applied to Japan and Korea, obviously, because I wanted to go there, right? I really wanted to go there. I wrote down Japan and Korea at the top. So I had like 5 different universities there. And then after that, I was like, well, you know, just for fun, why not? I also added like Hong Kong and Shanghai onto that list. Not thinking much of it, it was just more like a backup plan or something. I sent my list, a few months go by, I finally get my answer. And it says I got selected for Hong Kong. Ooh, wait a minute. Hong Kong? I don't know anything about Hong Kong. Why Hong Kong? Why not Korea? Why not Japan? So for a few days I was pretty disappointed, and you know, I was talking to my family and they were like, oh yeah, no, don't go there. What even is that place? Like people, like it's so expensive. The only thing I knew about that place was that it's like a place with big buildings and, you know, a crowded place. But then I researched it thoroughly and I was like, damn, this place seems actually pretty cool because, you know, the weather is nice. Like English is one of the official languages, and also the university which I was going to was like also a really good university, and they also give you a dorm, like they guarantee your dorm for exchange students. So I was like, actually, you know, like it sounds pretty good. And I also had a friend of mine who moved to Hong Kong like 2 years before me, because she just went there to study full time. I mean, I didn't know her too well, but you know, I messaged her. I was like, you know, how are things in Hong Kong? Are you happy there? Like, how are the political things there? You know, she seemed to have good things to say about this place, so I was happy, and I decided to go. You know, whatever. Let's go. So I packed my things. I moved to Hong Kong. The dorm is nice, you know, I shared with a bunch of people. It's quite small, it's interesting. This was the winter semester, but winter in Hong Kong is not really winter. It's 25-30 degrees outside, like even at night it was really hot, so I loved it. I don't like winter that much. It's nearing end of October, which is like Halloween. And for some reason, Hong Kong really loves Halloween. Like, I don't know, there's like a lot of decoration everywhere. There's like lights and like a bunch of pumpkins and, you know, like the Halloween decoration is going on. It's quite nice actually, like never seen that much here in Germany before. So there's this like whole party scene, like nightlife in Hong Kong, in LKF, in Lan Kwai Fong. And me and my friends were planning on going like on 2 different I think it was like Saturday and Friday or something like that, or 2 different weekends. So we needed like 2 different costumes, you know, just for fun. So I only had 1 luggage with me, like 20 kilos of like everything. So I kind of had to do like a costume with whatever I had. So, you know, for the first day I did like a basic pirate, just like a, you know, a corset and like a white blouse, whatnot. It looked nice. So, but then I was like, damn, like what do I do for the second costume? I don't have anything. So I was like thinking, and it needed to be fast because like it was on the same day. So I was like, you know what? There is this episode on Netflix from the TV show called Love, Death and Robots. And the episode is called The Witness, and I really liked that episode. It was, I think, my favorite episode in the whole show. It was like the first season, and I told everyone about the episode back then. If you don't know anything about this show, to give you like a bit of an overview, You can kind of imagine it as Black Mirror, but animated. So each episode is like a different story, but it's all dystopian, robot-y, sci-fi kind of realm. But it's a really good show. I really recommend it. And each episode is like 15 to 20 minutes long. Like it's quite short. Each episode is a different animation, different animators, different stories. I've been wanting to draw this girl or cosplay this girl for so long, so why not do it now? So I had like a kimono, like a silk kind of thing that I bought in Hong Kong, which kind of resembled the thing that she was wearing. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll put that on. And then I put some like chokers and whatever. And then I also like painted my face with the little lipstick thing that she had. I don't really look like her because like, you know, I had curly hair, she has like straight hair and blah blah blah. But whatever, it's just for a night. So I dress up and we go to LKF. And it was a quite fun night, you know, like we go out, everyone is dressed up and, you know, drinking, partying. And then I saw this girl that I was talking to you about that moved to Hong Kong before me to study there. She has a friend with her. This girl goes, "Oh, I know you." And I'm like, "Damn, wait, what? I've never seen you before. What, huh? Do I know you? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing." But then she's like, "Oh, you're the girl from The Witness." And I'm like, "Oh my god. Oh, you mean the character." And then damn, I was like, "Damn, you're the first person who recognizes me." She told me, "Oh, isn't this like episode shot in Hong Kong?" And I'm like, "Oh, what? Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's this episode was in Hong Kong." And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't notice that. I should look at it." She's like, "Yeah, you should. I'm pretty sure it's Hong Kong." And so I was like, "Okay." You know, we like split up, or we go our own ways to different, because we have different friend groups. So the night is over, we go home. I get changed, I get into bed. And then I remember what the girl said. The girl said it's in Hong Kong. So I was like, damn, like the episode is only 5 to 10 minutes anyway. Let me just watch it. So I'm laying in bed. I open Netflix. I open that episode. And wait a minute. Damn, this is actually Hong Kong. Damn, so cool. Wow, I didn't know. And then I keep watching. And then it's like, wait a minute. The street is very familiar. And then I keep watching. And then it's like, well, this street is very familiar too. And then I keep watching. And it's like, the street is, wait a minute. I live in that street. You know, I was scared, to be honest. I had like chills all over my body. I was like, what? What do you mean I live in that street? It's the road I walk to every day, the road from my house, from the dorm to the university, the metro, the MTR that I take. Like, what? It's exactly the area that I live in that is in that anime, in that episode, in 15 minutes. And I watched this show and I was obsessed with the show, with this episode 5 years ago. 5 years ago. I was like, damn, wait a minute. Is this actually the street that I live in? So the first thing I did was, you know, I researched this episode. I was like, is this actually in Hong Kong? Which streets is this? And then I saw an article which had like screenshots of the series with screenshots of Google Maps, pictures taken on these streets. And I was for sure, these were the streets that I actually lived in. This was actually the place that I live in. Not only did I see my future 5 years ago, but I also decided to cosplay this girl in Hong Kong. What? What are the odds? What are the odds? Like, it's just too much. Like, why? First of all, how? How like, did I manage to, like, I could not have done this if I wanted to. I could not have, like, applied to Hong Kong, applied to exactly the dorm that is in that area. I could not have done this if I tried to. How did this happen on accident? Why did I decide to cosplay this girl exactly while I was in Hong Kong? Is this not insane? This is so insane to me. I kid you not. And the first thing I did was like, I called my mom. I was like, Mom, what? Like, this and that happened to me. And she's like, what happens in the series? And I'm like, she dies. And then she's like, girl, try not to die. And so, thank God nothing happened there. But, yeah. That was insane. And any other friend that I told was like in shock. Like one of the girls, one of my friends that I talked to in Hong Kong, she got tears in her eyes, like because it was such an insane story. And I don't know, this still like gives me chills in my body. It's still weird. So what do we do with this story, right? So what are the take-home messages from this? I think I can say two things. First of all, well, maybe destiny exists. Maybe I was destined to go to Hong Kong. Like even though I didn't know anything about Hong Kong, I didn't even want to go to Hong Kong like in the first place. Maybe this was actually a place I had to be in. Second thing, your subconscious is way more powerful than you think it is. Like the things that you consume, the things that you see, the things that you like and look at, they don't just stay there. Your brain is still processing it. You somehow still end up doing things while you don't even realize. Like I probably somehow had this image that Hong Kong was cool, so I wrote it on my list for my exchange, year. And when I got the place and I actually ended up going there, maybe I saw like the buildings in it, whatever, and it reminded me maybe of the episode, and I ended up dressing like the girl from the episode. Like who knows? Like a bunch of shit may be happening in my subconscious without me even thinking it and me actually doing it, and then after doing it I realize it. Like I think your subconscious is very very powerful, so be mindful for what you consume and what you wish for, because they just might happen. And maybe it's destiny, maybe it's meant to be. So in the comments, do you think this is fate? Do you think it was meant to be? Do you think it was really just a coincidence? Or have you had anything similar happen to you? I'd love to know. I hope you liked it. So if you want to learn more about like my time in Hong Kong, I filmed a video about my stay in Hong Kong, everything I learned in 6 months staying there. I also did a video about what to eat in Hong Kong. And so stay tuned if you want to see more content about Asia and about travel, because those are coming up. I did go to Japan and I did go to Korea afterwards to travel, but it was great. It was amazing. So those videos are coming up. Trying to do a video every week. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.